back to our series on mastering emotions to thrive in the workplace. In part one, we discussed the importance of emotional mastery and management and how it can transform your professional and personal life. But now in part two, we're going to look at some practical techniques that you can start using right away to manage your emotions more effectively. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the three-step process for emotional management. Evaluate, de-escalate, and navigate. This framework will help you navigate your emotions with greater control and clarity. Step one, evaluate. This is about noticing and understanding your emotions. Ask yourself questions like, what am I feeling? And why am I feeling this way? Or one of my favorites, when has this come up before? Step two, de-escalate. Once you've identified your emotions, the next step is to calm yourself down. This is where the techniques we'll discuss today come into play. Navigate is step three. Step three, navigate. Finally, once you're calm and collected, you can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Let's dive into some practical techniques to help you de-escalate your emotions. These are simple yet powerful tools that you can use in any situation. I use them all the time, even though I teach them. First step is breathing. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. Deep, controlled breathing can help calm the mind and the body. So let's try an example together. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 5, hold it, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat this a few times. The next is mindfulness. This involves being in the present moment, which can help you stay grounded and reduce anxiety. Use any one of your 5 senses to do this. So when your mind wanders, we gently bring it back to any one of our 5 senses. Finally, there's cognitive reframing. This technique involves you changing the way you perceive a situation to alter your otherwise emotionally charged response. Instead of thinking things like, man, I'm terrible at this new thing I'm learning, try to reframe it and say something like, I'm new at this, I'm still learning, but I will get it eventually. Example number 1 of how you can use breathing exercises in a stressful meeting might look something like this. Imagine yourself in a stressful meeting and you feel your anxiety rising. Take a moment to focus on your breathing. This simple act can help you stay calm and think more clearly. So remember, deep inhale and a slow exhale. Example number 2 of using mindfulness during your busy day. When you're having a hectic day at work, take a minute or two of what I like to call a 2-minute mindfulness break. I recommend keeping a picture at your desk of one of your favorite memories. And during your 2-minute mindfulness break, yes, you're going to time it, so get your timer out on your phone. Look at the picture and focus on one of your 5 senses. So think about the time that you experienced that memory. And so, for example, I keep a picture of my husband and my son and driving a boat on our favorite lake. When I look at the picture, I use my sight to focus on their smiles and the crisp blue water or the pine trees in the background. And I can start to feel how I felt on that day. And that brings me back into the present moment, allowing myself to calm down. And example 3 would be cognitive reframing after a mistake and how to use this at work. So talked about this a little bit again, but let's talk about maybe a project. So if you mess up on a project, instead of thinking, man, I failed, what a failure, that was horrible, try to shift your perspective and reframe that because this will help you in the long term boost your resilience. So instead, just remind yourself that, look, that failed, but what can I do differently next time? And that will help your bounce back muscle to grow. Remember the 3-step process: evaluate, de-escalate, navigate. Practice the techniques that I gave you for each of these regularly, and you will find yourself managing your emotions better and better each time, and it'll become more instinctual. You can apply these to different areas of your life. So I'm excited to see how you will end up doing this. Stay with me for part 3 coming your way soon. All right.